Assalamualaikum. What if I told you your divorce isn't what will hurt your child the most? Your emotional instability is. Most fathers believe loving their children is enough. It's not. A child can feel deeply loved and still never feel emotionally safe. By the end of this video, you will understand the one trait that separates fathers their children trust from fathers their children quietly fear. And I'll show you how one painful moment after my own divorce completely changed the way I chose to lead my child. I'm not speaking to you as some relationship guru, but I'm speaking as someone who has walked through divorce. I've lived through the loneliness, the silence after dropping my kid back home, the nights where the house suddenly felt far too quiet. And today my mission is simple, is to help broken-hearted Muslim men rebuild themselves through emotional control, faith, discipline, and responsible fatherhood, so they become the man their children can always rely on, regardless of what happened in their marriage. There was a season after my divorce that I didn't realize how much pain I was carrying. I thought I was hiding it well. I never screamed. I never cried in front of my kid. I never spoke badly about their mother. So I would convince myself I was doing everything right. But pain has a language, even when words stay silent. One day, after spending time together, I noticed something that stayed with me. My child kept looking at my face. Not because he wanted something, not because he was scared. Almost as if he was checking, is daddy okay today? That question hit me harder than the divorce itself because children are constantly reading us. Not our speeches, not our social media. Our faces, our breathing, our energy, our consistency. That's when I realized something uncomfortable. Even when I thought I was protecting them, part of them was still monitoring me. Children should never feel responsible for regulating a parent's emotions. That burden is simply too heavy for shoulders that small. So I made a decision. My healing was no longer just for me. It became part of my responsibility as a father. Look, whenever life became overwhelming, before every phone call, video call, before every handover, before every time I saw my kids again, I started asking myself one question. Can they relax around me today? Not, do I feel better today? Not, did my ex-wife upset me today? Not, do I feel lonely today? Only one question. Can my child relax around me? If the answer wasn't yes, I didn't force myself to fake happiness. I regulated myself first. I make ablution or wudu. I prayed, go for a walk, do some breath work, and I lowered my voice. I reminded myself that my children was never created to become my therapists. They were never responsible for fixing my loneliness, to validate me, or to comfort me. They were there to simply be a child. And I had to protect that because here's what I've learned. An emotionally safe father isn't a father who never suffers. He's the father whose children never feel like they must carry his suffering. That is a standard. Not perfection, not pretending everything is fine, not smiling all the time. Steadiness. A steady father don't use his child for emotional support. He doesn't compete with the other parent for loyalty. interrogate the child for information, or guilt trip them. Yes, he doesn't guilt trip them, meaning he doesn't allow today's bitterness to become tomorrow's childhood memory. He becomes something much stronger, a mountain, solid, predictable, safe. His children learn something powerful without him ever saying it, that my father has emotions, but his emotions will never hurt me. That is emotional safety. The opposite is dangerous though, because an unpredictable father creates a child who is constantly scanning the room. Which version of him am I getting today? Is it a warm, cold, needy, angry, quiet, overcompensating, trying to buy love, fishing for reassurance? That uncertainty slowly teaches a child that love must be managed, and children were never meant to manage adults. They were meant to trust them. So here's the one lesson I hope stays with you long after this video ends. Your pain is real, but your child must never be asked to carry it. That is what self-regulated steadiness looks like. And that is the father your children will remember. Not because you never struggled, but because they always felt safe beside you while you did. If you are rebuilding from ground up after divorce and want a practical roadmap rooted in faith, emotional discipline, and fatherhood, come and download the Muslim Man Rebuild Playbook using the link in the description below. And if you're ready for personalized guidance, I'm going to invite you to apply for a private strategy call. Inshallah, together we'll identify where you are, where you want to go, and build a practical plan to get you there. If this message resonated with you, subscribe for more content created specifically for gentlemen like you who want to rebuild after divorce. I love to hear from you. What is one thing you've done or want to start doing to help your child feel emotionally safe with you after divorce? Leave it in the comments, and until next time, remember, your children don't need a perfect father. They need a steady father.